I'm going to be talking about serial killers, and I'm listening to Marilyn Manson live from Sons of Evil on YouTube. Um, first, Charles Manson documentary. My name is Evil, and it's like a movie of when after they were arrested, mainly the Manson family. No one famous is in this, except the only known name was this guy, Gregory Smith from Harriet Spy. It's really gory and violent. And the guy who plays Charles Manson looks so much like him, and he's so freaky. So it's a good portrayal, and it's like 19 minutes long. And I've seen it twice already, and it's really pretty much accurate to what really happened with the killings of the Manson family. And I also have the book Helter Skelter, and I haven't read most of it yet, but I've read some of it, and it's like over 700 pages. It's the best book supposed to be about the Charles Manson and Manson family, and this book has a lot of great pictures in it, which I've looked at many times, and there's some really great posters. And basically, it's just an account of people who are like criminologists, like living during the time that it happened, and they wrote about it. And there's 64 pages of pictures, and it's good because it does a lot about more than just like what they did, but who they were as people in the Manson family. And the thing about the Manson family, I think that's interesting, is that there's like a group of hippies that sang and like had records and stuff, like Manson Family Sings albums and stuff. There's a few of those, and I think they're really interesting because they kill only people that were rich and like greedy. But I'm not justifying what they did, I'm just saying that they're like hippies that went after people who they thought were too rich and they thought that deserved it. And this is interesting. It happened like since Manson was born in January. Marilyn Manson was born in January 1969. It started happening August 9th and 10th of 1969 of the Manson family killings. And it's interesting, it happened after he was born. It's like, this is meant to be Marilyn Manson's name, it seems. I feel like it should have been just even his birth certificate, like he said once before in an interview. And I think that the Charles Manson family are the freakiest ones, even more than Charles. And I think the letter Charles wrote Marilyn Manson is really out there, and yeah, he really needs to learn how to spell. Another thing, it's real, based in Florida, and it's called Bully, and this is based off the real thing, real people, not name change, everything is pretty much accurate. And this one is really good because yeah, my dogs are really loud. It's so annoying. But Bully, I have the movie too, which is actors, obviously, like Brad Renfro. Bully is good because it's real life murder of teens plotting a murder against this guy that was a rapist and an abuser, and he was really, like, his family was rich, and other people hung out with him, didn't have any like goals or anything in life, and they were like, like working stupid jobs. And it's like it's a real case that happened in Florida in the 90s, and they plotted a murder to stab and torture their the guy who like abused some of them and raped some of the girls in the group of friends. And then it's really intense, a great movie, great acting. Michael Pitt, Nick Stahl, Brad Renfro, Bijou Phillips, and this one chick, I can't remember her name, but she's Macaulay Culkin's ex-wife. It's Rachel Miner, I think. Yeah, Rachel Miner. And it's really good. And then he gets the bully guy, or the kid that bullies them, and they fight back and kill him. He gets one of the girls pregnant, and then she has his baby later. And they all got different jail sentences, but they all were reduced, and some of them are even out of prison now, or just doing community service, or have no debts or anything. And a few of them are in jail, and only 2 of them have jail for life. And one of them was going to be executed, even though he was over 18, but then they decided no, and then they all got shorter sentences, which is kind of bullshit, because they shouldn't have, done it, even if the guy was an asshole to them. I really love my favorite serial killer, Eileen Wuornos, and I actually agree with her based on the first murder because the guy raped her. Dead End's a really good detailed book I read 2 summers ago about a lot of interviews with her, but unfortunately I shouldn't write it. It's good, and it talks a lot about the movie Monster, like the events that happened in there. It's one of my favorite movies. My favorite movie based on a serial killer. And I love Eileen because she fought back against like guys who were like disgusting and like they rape women or they were cheating on their wives and deserved to die anyway. But, like, it's really sad that she was executed, I think. And this is like more about her life and stuff, like her life growing up that you don't hear about. Because mainly you don't hear about anything except the killings that she did. And this is based off a real serial killer, but it's not. It's just based on true events. But obviously the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Ed Gein, the original from 1974. And this one is way better than the others. I recommend it over the second Texas Chainsaw, third, and of course the remix. The Texas Chainsaw, let's just call that one, the newest one from this year, is okay, I guess. But I love like the Ed Gein stuff because I love learning about cannibals, and it's really interesting. And he's like, I like it better. They make it like a family of cannibals because Ed Gein was just like one person. His family didn't. They weren't cannibals. Man, I wish I had an Ed Gein book, but I don't. And he was living in Texas when I lived there. It's kind of scary. But I don't know anyone that was like killed by him or anything. This is really good. America's Serial Killers. From John Gacy to Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, Manson family, real life Hannibal Lecters, and a whole bunch of other people like Jack the Ripper, who's left-handed. The first known serial killer, Albert Fish, he cannibalized kids after he raped the boys, but he just killed the woman. Of course, Son of Sam, the Zodiac Killer, and Henry Lee Lucas. Ted Bundy's best one in here. I watched them all. And of course, Jeffrey Dahmer, the Night Stalker, which is great in the Manson family. And they're all really good documentaries. There's 10 of them, and each one is like an hour without commercials. And it's just really great and detailed, and everyone should get it. And there's like over 10 hours on here, and there's extras. And it's just like criminologists talking about the killers and what they actually did, interviews with the real killers, some of them. And it's really good. There's not many female ones in this though, I don't think. Yeah, there's probably like a few female killers like the Black Widow and Eileen. But it's good. And this is one of my favorite serial killer books ever. The A to Z Encyclopedia of Serial Killers, Murder, and all other terms related to murder. And it's a really great book. And any like term dealing with murder is even in here. And there's like real life quotes from serial killers in this. There's a lot of stuff like a lot of references to like maybe like American Psycho or just maybe Psycho and Texas Chainsaw and other stuff that was based on types of killers like Cannibal and stuff like that. And there's like, of course, a whole big section of this woman. And there's just like anything you could think of that's gory and gruesome and dark and has to deal with murder or any serial killer you can think of and ones you probably didn't know are in here too. It's really good. It's over 300 pages. And I would read it again. Which I probably will again soon. And I haven't read this yet, but my mom's read it twice. About her favorite serial killer, John Gacy, called Buried Dreams. This criminal psychologist, and like he talks about all the stuff John Gacy did, but his life before he was a killer too. And it's like 300 pages, and it's one of the 2 Gacy books I have. I have one called The Man Who Killed Boys as well, and shorter. And then I want to read it because like, I mean, even though it doesn't have pictures, it sounds good because John Gacy was an interesting sicko, and I think he's the sickest, like, serial killer of his time. And there's a documentary called Gacy everyone should watch, and also one called Dahmer, both on Netflix Instant. And of course, there is this movie about Anne Rule and Ted Bundy. I can't remember what it's called, but I have it with a few other documentaries. But it's an actual movie. But anyways, it was like Me and Ted Bundy, I think is what it's called. The Ted Bundy Files or something like that. But this is the book written by Anne Rule with a whole bunch of pictures and interviews and extra chapters. It's called A Stranger Beside Me, and it's about Ted Bundy. It's just so good. Like, I read some of it, but not all of it, and I finally bought it, because before I rented it from the library, and I bought it for $6 new at the bookstore, and it's really great. It's $8 though, usually. Online it's only a few dollars, and shipping too. And it's like notes and stuff that he would write on Rule, because Ted Bundy and Anne Rule worked together on a suicide hotline. And then of course, like, it was after he went to college that they met, and she was friends with him. And like, he dated her daughter for some time, like, but she was a brunette, and she wasn't like one of those slutty like blonde college girls, so he didn't kill her. It's like really long. It's like over 600 pages, but like it has really good stuff. Like, I was reading about, mainly when I read it, I was reading about Ted Bundy when he started killing. Even though it starts before that, all this stuff that happened between him and Anne Rule, and all the things about Ted Bundy once he got arrested, and obviously the actual killings and interviews with him. And I've looked at the pictures many times. There's also like his fingerprints and stuff, and it's like written in the 90s, I think. Yeah, but it's good. It's non-fiction, obviously. I never read this yet, but it's not in the line of a serial killer with pictures, a whole bunch of serial killers in general. And I got it a few years ago. It's subtitled The Definitive Phenomena of Serial Murders, The Method of Madness and Monsters. And let me see, it has a lot of terms about serial killers. There's a lot. There's like over 100 serial killers in here. Maybe ones you didn't know about. And true crime, 400 pages about. We kind of included the bibliography and table of contents. Um, I'm probably gonna read this soon. And take a look at them from criminologists and like different definitions of things. Really early serial killers from like the Black Widow and Jack the Ripper to Manson family and anyone else. And it's like why they think serial killers kill mainly Peter Bronski. He's dissecting them and what they did and why they might have done some of the things they did. And it has interviews and photos, like mainly older serial killers. They're dead. And usually some dead victims in it too. Pictures in here. And you can get it online for like $10. And I have a lot of other serial killer books like The Night Stalker and some other like John Gacy and Harry Lucas and stuff. But that's like too many to show and do a video that has to be a certain short amount of time. And this was from originally Barnes and Noble, like on sale from the sale price table, like a few dollars. And it's 100 worst infamous criminals or serial killers, same thing. And title under history, nonfiction. And they might still have it at Barnes & Noble, but it was only like $5. It titles them like different killers, like famous ones from different countries, United States, Europe, England, and like Africa, Australia, international. And there's a lot of pictures of serial killers in here. And there's like, it goes like hysterically from country, from the earliest to the later serial killers. And like, oh, the good ones are really like, oh, and even Mark David Chapman's in here. But yeah, so it's criminals and serial killers. Because Mark David Chapman obviously was just a killer because he only killed one person. Because the definition of serial killer is killing 3 or more people over a certain amount of time. There's not many female serial killers in here. Oh, there's Jeffrey Dahmer, a few pages. I really wish I had a Jeffrey Dahmer book, but I don't know any. There's different sections and types of killers, like cannibals, and then like female, and ones that were like 18th century famous killers, because they're like rich, royalty or whatever. Here's Ed Gein, Eileen Wuornos. There's just a lot of great things in here. I've never read this book already, and tried to send some really sick pictures of him. Like, his tattoos scare me in his eyes. And Richard Ramirez. And he has this tattoo in his hand of like a pentagon tattoo on his hand. He's obviously dead now. And like mobsters and like mafia in here too. And this one guy, something Williams, black killer from Atlanta. Wayne Williams, that's it. Wayne Williams. And like, he's still in jail in Atlanta. Oh, there's this one woman, Ruth Ellis, and she's like Eileen kinda. She killed people who deserved it. Just like Dexter. She kinda looked like Marilyn Monroe. And she killed this guy and all the women that he was having affairs with, and I don't see anything wrong with that really. And I was like black and white, like drawn photos of killers and stuff. Like of Jack the Ripper. And like a couple killers killed together, and like Henry Lee Lucas and Otis, serious ones, some of the sickest ones. And Joe Jordan Smith wrote it. And I'm just trying to extend my collection. I have like at least 30 books about serial killers so far. And I really need to work on my documentaries and movies of them. And I'm just basically saying what I feel about, like, I mean, not what I feel about them, but I'm just talking about, like, my favorite books and, like, movies or documentaries about serial killers. And I think they're interesting, basically, but serial killers I don't, like, endorse. Except maybe if, like, someone raped you, then I agree with that. And I just really, I think it's, how it's messed up, like, what they do. And I really want to, like, I'm minoring in criminal justice in college, so I kind of want to, like, learn about that stuff, like, history of, like, criminology, and, of course, some, like, history stuff of, like, crime throughout history, obviously, those kind of classes. And I just want to better understand them. And that's all, really. But if you have any questions of what I think about serial killers or certain ones, or have any, like, any serial killers that I didn't mention, maybe suggestions, then let me know. And I'll have another video soon, and I'll just, like, talk about, like, some random subject, or I'll do another review again.